few days. Please don't worry about me. Love, Eden.
Merci bien, mademoiselle. Bonsoir.
Maintenant, Élise se prépare à servir. Martin réussit plus de 73% de ses premiers services. C'est un pourcentage incroyable.
Hello? Yes, this is Eden Capwell. Mr. Ellis, I didn't expect you to return my call so soon. Yes, I was, as a matter of fact, I was watching your match on the television, a replay of it. Congratulations. No, actually, we've never met, but we have a friend in common. Victoria Lane? Well, she's talked so much about you, I figured since I was in Monte Carlo on business. No, she's fine. What makes you think that? No, she doesn't know. I just thought that since I was here on business, well, to be frank with you, Mr. Ellis, I'm worried about her. A lot of her friends are, and... Oh, you would? Oh, well, that's wonderful. Tonight would be great.
Can't you ask for some sort of recess or something? Can we talk?
Sure, Gina. We can call off the whole proceeding if you like. All you have to do is hand over that tape. Or maybe you'd rather go to Heyli and tell her that you're selling her out for a wedding ring. Well, Auntie Gina?
Where's her lawyer? You can't do this without her lawyer present.
Why not? Ted's the one making the statement. Bailiff?
Please stand. Raise your right hand. You, Theodore Capwell, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Be seated.
Thank you. Your Honor, I'd like first to apologize to my brother for putting him through this, but I think it shows the lengths we're willing to go to in order to see justice done in this case.
This isn't justice. It's a monkey trial.
That'll be enough of that. My patience is wearing thin with all these delays and interruptions. May we please continue, Counselor?
Certainly. Ted, we'll begin with the morning of Amy Wallace's death. Would you please tell us who you saw on the wharf that morning, before the fire, before the police arrived?
Well, I didn't really know him. I mean, not exactly my kind of crowd.
Except for one. You did see Heyli Benson among them, did you not?
Yeah, like I told the police, she was in the vicinity.
And you were held without bail for refusing to say any more than that. Now, it's my understanding that you're willing to make a full statement now rather than return to jail?
That is correct.
Will you please tell us what you saw Miss Benson doing that morning? Was she or was she not responsible for the fire that took Amy Wallace's life?
Heyli, I can't listen to any more of this. I've got to go. I'd like to stop it, but I can't. I just can't. I can't give up the chance to get back everything that belongs to me. I'll make it up to you. I swear I will.
Don't let her stop you, Ted. I'm sorry about this too, Heyli, but the truth has got to come out now.
Brick.
I don't have anything more to say.
What? Your Honor, I'm not sure what this display is about, but between Ted and Heyli, we can end the search for my wife's murderer right here and now if only you just...
Brick. It's no use, I'm sorry. You weren't supposed to be here.
Well, I am here right now. You're not going to do anything about this, right?
The whole thing's a sham. Right down to a phony judge and phony bailiff. The stenographer can barely read English. I'm sorry, it didn't work. Heyli, I'm especially sorry for you. I mistook Gina for a human being, if only for 5 minutes. Once again, she's proved that she's capable of loving only one person. And that's Gina.
What kind of a cold-blooded animal are you? No, not even an animal would abandon the only family it had.
You are doing this to her, not me.
My son is about to spill his guts in there, and you hand over the damn tape.
When I'm your wife, I can do things for her. I can help her all I want. I'll give her things she's never had.
Terrific. It'll do a lot of good once she's locked up.
Once I'm Mrs. C.C. Capwell, I'll get your lawyers to delay the trial. I'll have them get all the charges dropped.
If I had that kind of power, I would have done it for Kelly.
Don't you think it's killing me to walk out on her? But you forced me into it, and I hate you for it. She's never going to understand.
Oh, no. She'll understand. See, the scales will fall down from her eyes.
She won't get convicted. But you, C.C., you're going to wish you were in prison. After I become your wife, I'm going to make sure that I'm the only family you have left. Sophia and Eden and Ted, if you haven't driven them away by that time, I'm going to do it for you. And then if you ever try to hurt me or humiliate me in public like this again, I'll make sure Kelly's the first to go.
I will get that tape. And I will bring Kelly home before you spend 1 minute as my wife.
I think I've proven one thing today. Nothing's going to stop me now.
Brick, Gina had something that we desperately needed.
So how much did Mason pay you? Was it worth your while?
When I saw you, I wanted to stop it, but I couldn't without tipping our hand.
You didn't tell us that he was going to be here.
Well, here, I'm going to give you some. Here's some for you, for you, all of you. You want to make sure you're all well paid. See, if it's a family joke, I want to be in on it.
Did you know about this?
This is a phony court. No, I didn't know about this.
Amy is dead. You're laughing at her. You're using her like a pawn. Mason, I loved her. Doesn't that mean anything to you? About to you, Ted. My own brother, my own mother.
I didn't know anything about this. I wouldn't have permitted it if I had.
No one knew but me.
He had good intentions. He was doing it for the family, Brick.
Which I guess Amy and I were never part of. We were never good enough. So how does Heyli rate all this loving protection, huh? Oh, wait a second. Because of Teddy. He is a full-blooded Capel, and then a bastard that you're both ashamed of, right?
Rick, that's not true. I'm as angry as you are.
Oh, no, you're not. Mason, if you ever pull anything like this again, if you ever play games with getting Amy's killer, I'll tear you.
Brick, don't do this. Don't. Stop.
Rick, this is yours.
Keep it and get yourself a bodyguard. You're gonna need it.
Explain this to me. Explain this to me if you can.
Will someone please tell me why this is happening? I want to know.
I'm sorry. I didn't think Gina was going to walk out on you like that.
What did you expect from her? What did you want her to do?
No, Heyli, I wasn't going to say anything more.
What are you talking about? You told me this morning you were going to testify, Ted.
Well, I wasn't sure what Mason was up to, but I thought I'd go along with it, up to a point. See, I thought Gina would give in and agree to give up some evidence. What?
Ted, give it up. It didn't work.
Are you all right?
What do you care?
This is the cruelest thing I have ever seen you do.
I told you I didn't know anything about this.
Then you tell me you don't condone it.
I don't think I would have stopped it if I did know. Look, I want our daughter back safely. I don't care if I have to break Gina or what.
Call me when inspiration strikes. I'm all tapped out.
Not your fault, Mason. You did your best.
Well, I blame him, and I blame you, too. You know, you are right down there on the same level with Gina, aren't you? Trading in people's feelings, people we love. I will not allow this kind of emotional abuse to be done in my name.
Doubt in your mind now. If that woman will sell a full-grown niece, I mean, what's selling an infant daughter?
I'm not making any more bets, Lily, but if Gina doesn't care more about being a mother than she does about being an aunt, we're sunk.
Sophia's right about you. The only thing you care about is getting that tape and getting one up on Gina. Look at what you've just put Heyli through.
I noticed that Heyli wasn't too keen on accepting sympathy from you.
Well, I gave her a little bit of hard, cold reality this morning. I couldn't see her leading herself to prison because she thought it was the will of Lily Light. Who's she going to turn to now? Do you think she can ever trust Ted again after this?
First things first. I have two immediate problems at the moment. One of them is to get Ted out of jail. We've only got until midnight.
And the other one's getting the tape from Gina. And I guess I'm the next one to be used.
Lily?
I hate her, Mason.
Yeah, but you're our last line of defense, Lily. And if anyone can outwit Gina, it's gonna be your own flesh and blood.
You are absolutely sure this time. Oh, how I love that word positive. Bob, baby, you are beautiful. So beautiful, I wish you were here. I could kiss you on both cheeks. So tell me. How do you look? Well, how would you know? You never seen him before, right? Okay, yeah, I'll send you the check in the mail, plus the nomination for the Sam Spade Award. I got that. But you gotta remember to send your man to meet me at the Orient Express in about an hour. Oh, it's not... I have waited this long. Do you think I can wait another half an hour? No problem. Hey, thank you, buddy boy. Okay? God bless. Brian, hold on, because here we come.
Brian? Your brother Brian, my friend Brian?
Our Brian. We found him, Alice. We finally found him. Can you believe it?
Oh, well, is he okay?
If what people tell me is true, yes, he is okay. And we get to see him with our own 4 eyes.
Mr. Ellis.
Marty.
Well, what I was trying to say is Victoria wants to retire and stay in Santa Barbara for good.
No, she would have told me.
Well, I think she stopped confiding in all her old friends.
Well, old friends? No, we have a home together. I knew I should have skipped this tour.
Well, what I'm saying is that maybe it's hard to have a relationship when the two of you are on different continents at the same time.
No, that's not a problem. See, if it was, she'd tell me. She knows how I feel about her. Nah, Tori likes her space. She likes her breathing room. I'm the one who votes for togetherness.
Well, maybe you should call her. I'm sure she still needs you in her life.
You two certainly got very close very quickly, didn't you? You know what she thinks, how she feels, what she wants.
Well, it's not hard for another woman to see it.
I've never known women to have supernatural powers. Look, I know Tori better than anyone, okay? Now, I'd like to believe that you mean well here, but perhaps you're overreacting. You know, something she said, some comment she made at some point.
Victoria is seeing another man. I don't think it's very serious. At least I don't think so.
Who?
Someone she knew before you met.
Miss Capwell, why don't you tell me what your stake in all of this is?
Why? Why would you do that to me?
Haley, she only wants one thing. My dad's money. I mean, she does not care about anybody else but herself.
And so the fight that we had was also a part of this, right?
Yeah, we had to make Gina think that I was angry and ready to talk.
Well,
now, this was all Mason's idea, though, at the last minute.
You sure fooled me. But, I mean, I guess I'm easy. I thought Gina cared for me.
I know.
But you're no better, Ted. You used me.
They told me it was the only chance.
Ted, couldn't you have just told me what you were planning on doing?
I promised. Haley, it had to look as real as possible.
But don't I count for anything, Ted? See, I thought I had lost you.
That's not going to happen, though.
No, it'll never happen unless Mason comes up with another scheme. Is that right? Well, you're no better than Gina or Lily. You don't care how I feel.
How can you say that? I went to jail for you.
Yes, but despite how I felt about it. Ted, why don't you go testify? Go testify and tell them everything. Because I wouldn't want you to go to jail for something as foolish and little as loyalty. I sure as hell won't.
Well, Tori's very fortunate to have a friend who's willing to fly halfway around the world to tell me she's cheating on me.
I didn't say that. I don't think it's gotten that far.
What are you doing in Monte Carlo?
The man Victoria is interested in is my lover.
Oh, the plot thickens.
That's why I would appreciate it if this visit was just between the two of us.
Yeah, oh, well, don't worry. I'm not ready to rush out and alert the media. When did this start?
Well, I personally don't think it ever ended. You see, they were together before she moved to Los Angeles. She looked him up when she came back to town.
Oh, you mean he looked her up?
No. I'm sure she still has feelings for you, Martin.
Yeah, well, let's not forget she is an actress, right? Well, I've tried to get her to commit a couple of times. You know, I even proposed once. But she always said she wasn't ready, you know. for marriage. I love her very much. But even when things are good, it's like she's holding back. There's always something or someone between us.
Well, have you talked to her about it?
No, she won't talk about her life before L.A. Do you mind?
Oh, no, not at all.
No, thanks. Oh, wait a minute. There was this one time. Yeah, she mentioned some guy. And then she got this look on her face and changed the subject. Killed me. Guess I know why now.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm not giving up without a fight.
Well, I just hope you have something to fight for. Because it looks like Tori's been carrying the ghost of this guy around with her a long time.
That's right, Kepwells. I want every hotel in Monte Carlo checked and double-checked, and I don't want her to know. Well, just find out where she is and get back to me. Thanks.
testify because it wasn't a real hearing.
Mason set the whole thing
Gina,
up.
tell me that you know it wasn't real. Please tell me you knew.
Oh, of course I did. I mean, I knew something was fishy.
Liar. You just thought you would never have to deal with me again, isn't that it? I hate you, Gina. God, I hate you.
No, don't say that. They lied to both of us. They were just trying to use us to worm out of this deal I made with Cece. Even if it had been real, if you had gone to jail, I would have done something.
Oh, yes. How long would it have taken you to help me, Gina? How long before you would have found somebody else more important than your brother's daughter to help?
That's not true.
No. No, you're sending Ted's sister to jail. She hasn't done anything to you. I don't see how it would be so difficult for you to get me out of the picture. I want you to stay away from me. Don't come near me. I never want to see you again.
No, I can't do that.
No. It wasn't that hard for you earlier today. Just pretend like I'm standing between you and millions of dollars.
Heyli.
Oh, Brick. Look, I hope you're not blaming me for this afternoon. I didn't know what was happening. I was in the dark just like you.
I know, but now you can get your revenge. Just stop listening to them. Stop holding back. Heyli, we both know how that fire started, right? And we both know that you're not to blame. You were being used, just like today.
Yes, I was. And I refuse to be going to jail for Lily or her flock.
Stop protecting them, huh? Tell them what you know.
I don't know enough. Don't you understand that? Look, I didn't make that bomb, but I don't know who did. I am going to take responsibility for myself, Brick, but I can't for anybody else,
All right,
okay?
fine. Just tell them that, okay? I'll back you up as much as I can.
No, I don't want anyone else's help. I'm making my own decisions from now on. Brick, I hate what happened to Amy and you, but I'm not going to be the next victim.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
You know, I have a million chances out there. I mean, there are women who follow the tour all over Europe. They would do anything for an hour with me. Look, forgive the seeming lack of modesty here. The point is, none of it matters very much if you can't manage to keep the attention of the woman you love.
Well, for what it's worth, I don't think it's over between the two of you.
Oh, she conveyed that bit of information through your boyfriend?
What I'm saying is maybe she's just confused. Maybe she's doing this to get your attention.
No, I don't know. Maybe. It's possible. But I gotta tell you, it's like we're talking about two different people here. Okay, what would you do if you were me?
Go to Santa Barbara and tell her how you feel. I mean, women need to be told.
Hey, everybody needs to be told. Well, I don't know. Maybe I have played it pretty cool. I mean, we're both stars in our way. Stars don't beg. But maybe she's been waiting, too, you know, like I have, for some spark, some unmistakable proof of how I feel about her.
Well, then don't keep her waiting. Prove it to her.
But now, in the middle of a tour? Besides, I'm a continent and an ocean away. She already thinks I'm too possessive.
Well, being possessive and fighting for the one you love are two different things.
Yeah, well, what do you suggest? That I grab Tori by the scalp, sling my racket over my shoulder, and drag her back to L.A.?
Well, whatever you think it'll take.
Alice, you can be straight with me. Did Brian ever mention me in his talks with you at all? You ever talk about me? Come on. Did he?
Well, you know, Pearl, there's a lot of things I don't remember. You know, did you ever come and visit him? Yeah, I don't remember that either.
I'd give anything to just hear him say that he doesn't hate me anymore. And what the heck am I talking about? I'd give anything just to see him, right? Hey, Mickey, fancy meeting you here.
Oh, Nick.
Wow.
Pearl thinks that the man he hired found Brian.
Oh, Pearl, that's terrific. Yeah, there are possibilities. Why don't you pull up a chair and sit down? You could help us celebrate if this detective ever shows up.
I'm very happy for both of you. Good news.
Oh, do you think Brian will still like me? I've changed so much since he knew me.
Alice, you haven't changed. You've been transformed. It's a big difference.
Oh, Nick, that's an awfully nice thing to say. I hope Brian thinks so. Oh. You know, sometimes when I was still sick, I wouldn't talk to him for days. I'd just stare out the window, and he'd come and he'd sing pretty songs to me and make me want to talk again. After Rawlings hurt him, I never talked. I never talked.
Don't worry, sweetheart.
There was nobody. I missed him singing to me. There was nobody to talk
my man right now. Yes, you are.
Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, forget about it. Forget about it. What you got in there is what I think you got. All is forgiven.
Well, where's Brian?
Well, I was so sure. Everything lined up. I found him in North Carolina. I chased the car dealer to a Massachusetts dealership.
Well, I'm sorry, Paul, but this isn't him.
Well, look, sometimes they've changed so much.
You think I know what my brother looks like? I'm telling you, this is not my brother.
Well, Pearl, will you stop looking?
I don't know, Alice. I just really don't know. I mean, when I decided to make myself scarce, nobody found me either. Look, Nicky, do me a favor. Walk the little girl home, okay? I feel like being alone right now. Thank you. Anyway.
It's so nice to have all my vices out in the open again.
You're celebrating a bit early, aren't you?
Well, I have faith in you again, Lily, just like the old days.
I'll be happier when I get my congregation back. And I want you to set up that healing as soon as possible.
Aren't you afraid that if you make too much ado about getting Gina to throw down her cane and walk, that others might come to expect it of you?
I learned the tricks of the trade, Mason, from the parents that Gina sold me to. If I can use them on her first, it'll just be poetic justice. Besides, you're expecting miracles of me. Do you think I can flim-flam Gina out of her main ambitions in life?
One fake healing for one tape stealing, Lily. That's the deal. Means we're going to have to put some distance between us. Gina will never trust you as long as you're still friendly with me.
Am I friendly? I don't mean to be. I know you'll sell me out whenever it suits you, just like you would to anyone else. Oh, excuse me, I'm forgetting about your uncanny loyalty to Kelly.
If you knew her, you would understand. She's my sister, I miss her, and I want her home with us. No gimmicks.
You're nothing but sleazy trash, Mason. You set up this whole elaborate scheme just to trick someone who really cares about you. You would cheat or lie to anyone to get what you want. I can't believe I ever trusted you. You just keep away from Heyli and you keep away from me.
Wait, Lily. Lily, wait. Well, she saved me a lot of trouble. I couldn't have said it better.
Cheers. Lily?
Darling, I really think you're forgetting something. Kelly has been away from us, been in the care of strangers for 6 months. 6 months in exile.
Don't patronize me, don't you dare. I think of my daughter every minute.
I know you do, baby. I know you do, and it's been torture for all of us. That's why, to my mind, the end justifies the means.
Well, that's where you're wrong. I want Kelly home more than anybody does, but I would not put Ted and Heyli through hell to get it.
If it would have worked, and Gina was the only one that would have been suffering, you would have been jumping for joy.
See, that shows me how little you know me. If it had worked, we still would have jeopardized Ted and Heyli's future together.
And what is so wrong with that? Ted has no use for the girl. Until she got in trouble, he had to jump on his white horse.
Listen to you. Listen to you belittling and brushing aside your son's deepest feelings. You think that's what you're going to do with mine?
Oh,
Hello.
Hi. Pearl, I'm sorry. Courtney's not here, and this is not a good time for us.
Oh, good. Then I'll be brief. I want to talk to Kelly.
what do I have to do to make it clear to you? She's off limits. Nobody sees her. Nobody talks to her.
Oh, yeah, well, before it was because you were afraid I was going to lead the police to her right here. Now, did I do that? No, of course not. Now, I happen to know that she has left the country and that she is still in touch with this family.
Which you are not a member of. I will not have her take any risks due to you. I want to get a hold of Ted.
This is terrific. I can see that buying the house back for Lionel really put me on his A-list, didn't it?
Well, I know, but it's not just that. There have some events that have taken place that means that we have to protect Kelly more than ever.
I don't understand that, Sophia. Listen, all I want to do, I don't want to know where she is. I just want to hear her voice. That's all.
What's wrong? Did something happen?
Nothing much. I just fell flat on my face again, but what the heck? With this mug, who can tell the difference, right?
I can tell.
Sophia, it just seems like everybody I love nowadays is dumping on me for reasons that I don't even get to hear. I don't understand if it's something I did or what. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Look, let's lay our cards on the table. I know that you don't think that I'm the right guy for Kelly. And now Mr. C is not exactly the president of my fan club either. All I want is a chance to talk with the little girl. That's all I want. You see, when I hurt, I want to go to her. When I'm happy, I want to share my life with her. It is driving me crazy. Can you see that?
I'll tell you something. I have enough hurt feelings in my conscience for one day. I'm going to dial the number. You talk to her. Don't you ask where she is.
I promise I won't. What a woman you are. You know, I think I love you too. Yes, I love this world, this house, this phone. I love this phone. What? Sounds like a lot of numbers there.
Pearl, I'm
sorry, I just got a little carried away.
Guten Abend. Fräulein Amanti. Schlafen mein Tagtier? Danke. Hello, sweetheart. Hi, darling. Me too, you. No, wait, just wait a minute. We'll talk in a second, but there's someone here who wants to talk to you. Hold on, honey.
Kelly? Oh, yeah. You got it right on the first guess, sunshine. You sound... Oh, no, the connection is just fine. I was just saying you sound great, like something Beethoven should have written that he ever thought about it before. No, I'm going to shut up now. I want you to do all the talking. Okay, tell me anything you want to tell me. Tell me what's the weather like? What the hell are you doing?
Darling, this is Daddy. Can I call you back? About 2 minutes, please. You're helping him now? Is that what you're doing?
You know, Kelly is her daughter, too. You know that?
That's right, and he doesn't know where she is, although if anyone, he deserves to know.
Get out of the house. You stay away from this house. You stay away from my daughter. You contact her again. You will live to regret it.
It will be worth it, pal. It will be worth it.
Oh, wait a minute.
Now, listen, Sophia, I don't know how to thank you enough. I'm sorry it didn't work out, but just
okay.
Explain to Kelly.
I will, don't worry.
All right. Thank you.
I don't think I have ever seen you as insensitive as you are this morning.
Well, maybe I'm just more selective to whom I'm sensitive. If Kelly is traced, we know whom to thank.
That man would never hurt Kelly.
It remains to be seen.
If you turn your back and walk away from me now, don't expect me to be here when you turn back again.
Who is it? You know to look in Monte Carlo.
Eden, finding people is my business.
I left you a note. I told you not to worry, that I was going to be fine.
Should I take that to mean you're not happy to see me?
I didn't say that.
Good, because I need to talk to you. Darling, I love you. I love you. And I know you love me. And I also know that that alone is not the answer to everything. That self-respect tends to be where the line is drawn.
That's right.
I have somehow made you step over that line, and I'm sorry. I'm a proud man, which is nothing you don't know. I like to be taken at my word. I don't like to prove things that I think are self-evident. When you ask me for something that I think you don't need, instead of giving it to you, I tell you to get over it. And that's wrong.
No, you're not wrong. You have self-respect, too. It's just that when you think that you can be more reasonable than I am, or if you have a better argument than I do, then you think that I shouldn't feel what I feel. And it doesn't happen. I just feel what I feel, and then I feel ashamed. And then I start feeling humiliated, and then it makes me feel rejected and jealous and irrational. And then I do foolish things. I feel like I'm in competition with Victoria. And I also feel she's competing with me. Now, even though you think that there's no contest, it doesn't mean that there isn't one.
There isn't one in my mind.
But I don't have your mind. I have mine, for what it's worth. And I don't like the way I've been acting. I don't blame you for that. But you tell me that I should be better. I should feel better about it. And even if I do, I don't. I obviously don't. And then I feel like I'm groveling at you. And I don't like that. I can't permit myself to do that.
I know, but you have to be patient with me, too. I mean, sometimes you ask me to do things that are unlike me, that are, I feel, are unkind and unnecessary.
Cruz, I can't help but feel. What if the situation was reversed? What if you ran off and I came after you? And you would tell me, you'd say, what are you doing here? I left you a note. I told you not to worry. What's wrong with you? Why are you acting so insecure? Do you understand? I can't win.
I know, but the difference is I would never take off and leave you when things were this touchy between us.
No, you probably wouldn't. But I did. And I'm not going back there with everything that's going on.
Well, I don't want you to go back. In fact, I want you to call the office and the restaurant and tell them you're going to be out of touch with the world for a few days. I think we need to take some time off from everything to spend on just us.
Where? We can't stay here.
I got just the place. So glad you asked. Check it out. Where the ghosts of 14th century lovers linger in the great stone halls. Fires crackling in the ornate fireplaces still provide the only source of heat in this splendidly preserved architectural jewel.
Let me see this. It's a chateau.
What do you think? I'm going to take the likes of you to some flea bag joint? Hell, I'll sell the house, so you got to blow the budget sometimes. Please say yes. We're worth it.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
Asking for a dismissal, Your Honor. Just an extension, 24 hours. Now, Ted's shown that he's responsible. I'll be personally accountable for him. Yeah, I know how it will look, but... Yeah, of course. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll get him there on time. Right. Thank you for all your understanding, moron.
What's the matter? Did you strike out, hotshot?
I am too tired, Gina, of you and for you.
Then Really, throwing that glass of water in your face was the best thing that happened.
Yeah, nice shot, wasn't it? She has remarkable aim. And you thought she wasn't yours.
So who are you going to make miserable next? You've managed to split up Heyli and Ted. Well, let's see, there's Brick. Yes, he was expecting to get justice today. Instead, he just got the shaft from his own family.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around. You know, my mistake, Aunt Gina, was thinking that I could find your heart. I should have looked in your wallet, in the pocket where the credit cards go.
I'll never forgive you for making me hurt her. No matter what I say or do, I will always hate you for that, Mason.
The feeling's mutual for what you're doing to Kelly.
I'm marrying Cece, which is no day at the beach. Believe me, I'd much rather be marrying you. But I'll make the sacrifice for your sister. Now, if you think about it that way, I deserve a thank you, Mason.
I'm a fool for not thinking of it myself.
Oh, I think I broke my tooth.
You broke the deadlock, Gina. Here, you paid a check, pocket it, whatever you want. I've got to go.
Man, wait. What are you up to now?
I wasn't trying to hurt that girl, and I wasn't going to force Ted to testify. I was just desperate to get Kelly back and desperate to keep you. All right, I made some wrong choices, but I was trying to do the best I can. I'm just hurt that you won't believe that.
You didn't tell me about it because you were ashamed, and that hurts me.
I was not ashamed. I just didn't think you'd approve.
By rights, I deserved a part in that decision.
Your pride was hurt because I didn't include you for that. I apologize.
It's a lot more than pride.
Well, if that's so, why didn't you forgive me? I mean, Ted did. And if anybody was hurt, he was. Look, sweetheart, you can hate me for doing something I know was wrong, but you can't hate me for doing something I think was right, even though you may not think was right. And considering the way everything worked out, I grudgingly admit I should have listened to you in the first place.
Then I'm going to make you grudgingly promise that you will listen to me the next time you take off after Gina all by yourself.
Agreed.
Wait, you know, I love you, but you're a real pain in the neck sometimes.
My sentiments, exactly.
Oh, why don't you just stop that hand-holding? I mean, what are people going to think?
Why don't you get out of here,
Don't talk to your future bride that way. After all, it's a public place.
Then stop making a spectacle of yourself.
What do you mean, this? This is a natural anesthetic. You see, I cracked a tooth in here today on one of Eden's little luncheon entrees, fillet of stone.
You disgust me, Gina.
Well, don't worry, Sophia. The feeling's mutual. Hey, I got something to show you. A little surprise I bought for us today. Oh, why don't you stay and enjoy it too, Sophia? Look at this. Aren't they cute? For the top of our wedding cake, 8 tiers. Oh, and dancing fountains. You don't think it's too much, do you?
I want you out of my restaurant, now.
What you've done, Cece, you broke your own head.
Well, Sophia, if I forget that murder is a crime.
See you at the altar, Cece. Well, nothing a little glue can't fix. Gina and Cece back together.
Sometimes I feel what we have is too good to last.
That's crazy. Nothing lasts unless it is good. You know, it's real easy for me to picture us lying in our bed together when we're 80. Still loving each other. A little pooped maybe, but still loving each other.
Sometimes I'm afraid we're gonna hammer all the good out of it. It shouldn't be so hard, should it?
I don't know, baby. I've never been in love for my whole life before.
Sometimes, when we run up against things that just don't seem to go away, you told me I should accept it. I can't help but feel that my dreams sort of shrink a little. It hurts me.
Don't let me.
You're a hard man to argue with.
You're no piece of cake yourself, pal.
No. I love what you're doing. Whisking me away to some castle. You never seemed romantic in that particular way.
Oh, no, I'm plenty romantic. I'm just mostly broke. Oh, I'll whisk you away in my army tent anytime you want. What time is it? Who is that?
I don't know.
Hello? Miss Capwell, you in there?
Didn't expect to see you again today. Actually, for a lot of days.
Well, Mason asked me to meet him here.
Well, he's not around right now. Actually, I really don't know what this is about.
Oh, so it's not another scheme the two of you have put together?
Hey, I'm sorry. If you cannot try to understand what I did today, then, well, I don't think we really have much to talk about.
I agree.
I'm not a glutton for punishment.
I'm not either, Ted, believe me. But you see, I don't have to be because I feel like it follows me everywhere I go.
Well, maybe Mason wanted you to show up here so you could say goodbye to me when the police come to pick me up.
No. See, I don't want your sacrifices. I intend to go to the police on my own and tell them where the blame should lie. And unfortunately, it'll be in my lap.
I do what you want to do. But I know what I'm going to do. And I'm through arguing with it.
That's Hailie Benson. I want her arrested. She told me she's ready to take the responsibility for the bombing.
What are you talking? Brick, I did not say such a thing.
It was a confession of sorts, what you told me about yourself and Lily.
We have to take him for questioning, Miss Benson.
Well, fine. I was going down there myself.
I'm coming with you, Brick.
Going somewhere, gentlemen?
You got to step aside this time, Mason. I warned you.
Now, I have one more chance at the well, Brick.
Mason, explain to me why you called me. Is this to have Brick and the police finish the job you and Gina already started?
Au contraire, Hailie. Question. When can't one person be forced to testify against another?
We're really not in the mood for riddles, Mason. And who are you?
This is the Honorable Judge McCoy. I mean McAllister, who happens to be the real McCoy. And the papers are drawn up. All you have to do is sign them, say a few words in front of the judge.
I mean, when can't we be forced to testify?
Well, that's right. I guess you're too young to have seen much Perry Mason, aren't you, Ted? The answer, dearly beloved, is when you're married.
Friday night with the hottest, toughest men on television, starting with the A-Team. You're going to love it when the team drafts Joe Namath, Jim Brown, and tough John Matuzak. Then the heat is on a hot Miami Vice. Tubb poses as a convict, but his undercover assignment could turn into a death sentence. Then make a practice of watching L.A. Law. Will Cusack's romance blossom, or will his motion be denied? L.A. Law tonight on NBC.